Okay, recording now.
All right, let's begin. Welcome everyone to the meeting of the State Bar Board of Trustees Finance Committee. Today is September 10th, 2021. We're looking to see if we have any committee members that we can promote to join the panelists here. Veronica, when you get done with that, let's go ahead and please take the roll.
Okay, Mr. Dela Cruz is in, so I will start. Okay, Mr. Cisneros,
Here.
Dela Cruz, Dela Cruz,
Here.
Dellen, Ganong, Soul, Tony.
Present.
Okay,
Okay, looks like we have 3 committee members at this point. We'll see if some others join. First, we will open up this meeting for public comment. Does any member of the public who would wish to make public comment, please click your raise hand opportunity in Zoom. You should see that at the bottom of your Zoom screen towards the center. Click your raise hand icon and you'll be called on. We allow 3 minutes of public comment. If you've dialed into this meeting by telephone and you wish to make a public comment, please dial *9 to virtually raise your hand. By that we mean push the star button followed by the 9 button, and that will raise your hand virtually and we will recognize you for public comment. Once again, public commenters are limited to 3 minutes. Veronica, do you see if anybody has indicated they'd like to make public comment?
at this particular moment, no.
Veronica, Arnie's indicating he does not have the open session link. Can you please resend it to him?
Yes.
Thanks.
All right, once again, if anybody would like to make public comment, please select the raise hand item on your Zoom screen or press *9 on your telephone, whichever is accessible to you, to indicate you would like to make public comment. All right, seeing no one indicating they will want to make public comment, we will close public comment. Let's move on to the agenda. The first item on the agenda is the chair's report. We have a lot to cover today. I have no chair's report. So we will move on to the next item, which is the consent calendar. On the consent calendar, we have approval of the proposed 2022 changes to schedule of license fees, penalties, charges, and deadlines. We don't, yes, go ahead, Mark.
I would like to request that we have a brief review of this item. I'd appreciate that a great deal, and take it off the consent just for this purposes. We don't have a lot of other things on the agenda, and I thought it'd be good for people like me who are new to just do a quick review of it.
Okay, that's fine. We'll remove it from the consent calendar and we will open it up for conversation. Can somebody speak to this item, please?
Yes, I'm happy to. This is Dina DiLoretto. I'm the Program Director for Attorney Regulation and Consumer Resources. My office is responsible for essentially billing the attorneys with their licensing fees every year, and that, creating a fee statement, creating an online process to be able to collect fees. And so as part of that process, I'm responsible for putting this item together. It's based on legislation that has recently been written that authorizes us to collect amounts every year. Specifically 6140 sunsets every year, so it has to be reset, and we kind of wait for that amount before we can be sure about what we may be allowed to charge for the following year. Other amounts are set in other pieces of legislation that don't necessarily sunset. So there's other specific amounts allotted to specific categories that we, barring any changes, we know that we also need to charge. At this point, as you know, we're hoping that the fee bill will be signed by the governor, but this item assumes that being the case. So we can proceed with the programming required to be able to successfully bill everyone accurately. This year, it's pretty straightforward. We haven't had any changes that we had to make to the amounts. The base amounts and all the other specified little amounts that ultimately total to $515 for active licensees and $182.40 for inactive licensees is the same as last year. And we're also recommending that we keep the same optional deductions. Two of them are based in legislation. One is at the board's discretion. The one about bias is we recommend it remains at $2. And we also are recommending the same optional donations appear on the statement that have traditionally appeared over the years. Also, the deadlines and the penalties to pay remain the same as last year. So traditionally, February 1st is the deadline to pay fees. In the last couple of years, we've been very successful in having somewhat of a processing period. So only assessing the fees ultimately for those fees that are still not in our hands by February 10th. And that's been very successful in helping us efficiently process everything after the deadline, and we assess the penalties after February 10th. And that's the gist of the item, is formalizing it and also then putting it in our schedule of charges and deadlines, which is an attachment to the rules of the state bar.
Thank you very much for that explanation. And before we continue with this discussion, I would like to note that it appears that Trustee Soul has joined our meeting today. Trustee Soul, can you identify that you're here?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I am here. I'm present.
Great. And with Veronica, I believe that means we have a quorum.
Yes, exactly.
Fantastic. Any other conversation or discussion on this item?
I appreciate the overview. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. You're very welcome.
That's great. Do I hear a motion?
I would move to accept this item.
I'll second.
Moved by Mark Tony, seconded by Juan de la Cruz. Veronica, could you please call the roll?
Sure. Cisneros,
Yes.
De La Cruz,
Yes.
Dellen, Ganong, Soul,
Yes.
Tony.
Aye.
Okay,
And
great.
Veronica, I think I only vote in case of a tie. Is
Yes,
that
yes.
right? By the people that know the rules
Yes.
better than I do? Great.
My
Thank you.
apologies.
No problem. All right. So that item passes, and we'll move on to our regular business.
Thank you.
Our three items on the agenda under our regular business, items A, B, and C, have been postponed, I believe, to our next meeting. And so with that, that finishes our calendar that we'll be undertaking in open session. So with that, we will move into our closed session item, discussion of Cushman and Wakefield regarding sale price and terms and leasing price and terms for the building in the State Bar building in San Francisco. This closed session will be undertaken pursuant to Government Code 11126 C7. And with that, we will move into closed session. If all the committee members and appropriate staff could move into the closed session link that they received. And for the members of the public, we will be coming back after this closed session to this open session Zoom meeting and making any report if required to end this Finance Committee meeting. With that, see folks in closed session. Thanks, everyone. Okay. Welcome back, folks. This is, we are returning to the State Bar Finance Committee meeting. Again, it's September 10th, and we are coming out of closed session. We engaged in a conversation in closed session, and we have nothing to report from our closed session on our matter in there today. And with that, that completes our agenda for today's Finance Committee meeting. And our meeting for today is adjourned. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Thank you.